welcome back to the channel. So I've talked about it in a few episodes and we're finally here now. We're going to go to Wales and this is the day it's going to happen. So I've kind of followed a little bit of advice and I've seen that like hairy grills bloke, and basically I've got myself a map and a compass and I was looking to get myself a Swiss Army knife so I can do all that stuff that he does. But then I saw that he'd peed in a bottle and drunk his own wee. So I'm not going to listen to you anymore because that's disgusting. So anyway, the other thing is with Wales is I've decided that I'm going to go by myself. Now I wasn't planning on going by myself, but the thing is I always want to do all these fantastic trips and I always wait for someone to go with me or something to happen. So this time I'm going regardless. So it's a solo Welsh weekender. So I'm a little bit nervous, and you know, it's sitting in a pub by yourself at night having a beer and having a meal and just seeing everything. And I'm going for a good few days. But I've got to do it, haven't I? I've got to turn around and say to myself, do you know what? Just go out and do it. Just jump on the bike and go. So I've done a little bit of planning. It's 169 miles there. Most of it's motorway, so obviously we're going to skip most of the riding there. I know I'm a little bit crazy at times, so I'm sure some interesting stuff is going to end up being said out of boredom. But I've booked the first hotel, and that's above a pub. So it's going to be quite cool because I'm going to obviously be able to get there, have a couple of beers and sort of chill out. And that's in Honda. Hopefully I've got that right. That's where the adventure trip starts. Now, I'm using a route that's on the TomTom 500, TomTom Rider 500, and it's where Adventure Rider and TomTom have come together to create apparently all these amazing routes. So I'm going to follow that route, hopefully to the T, and we'll try to stop at as many places as we possibly can. Now, if you've seen a few of my videos, you know that I tend to go wrong a lot and miss junctions and things like that. But it's an adventure, isn't it? So as long as we're riding, we're going to have some fun. So let's jump on the bike, let's get there, and let's see what Wales is all about. Let's go.
So we're on our way. I'm a little bit excited. I've got 169 miles. So I've literally just set off. You know when you don't ride your bike for a few days before, so I'll give myself a little bit of a rest, and you get on and you put your panniers on for the first time in ages, and you go, oh my god, this feels quite heavy. And then you got like sea legs because you're like underconfident, and obviously as soon as you get going you're fine. But all it do was went round to the petrol station, filled up, and I was like a bumbling plonker getting on and off of the bike. I'm hoping that will improve. I'm sure it will as soon as I get sort of, you know, after day one. So it's really, really boring A road and then dual carriageway and then motorway. So I'll check in a bit, but there's no point in just staring at this, is there? But yeah, we're on our way, woohoo! So we're on the M6. I haven't actually gone all that far. Now, my brain's already starting to wonder because I got to be honest, riding down this, like, I've just been on dual carriageway for a while and now I'm obviously on the M6. So it's just boring, isn't it? And this is a random thought that just come to my head, and I'm sitting there playing music in my ear. Now I made a mistake with the music first. What I did was, I tried to use the voice command on the centre and I said to it, play music. And they went beep beep and played music. This is just as I was setting off going, oh, it worked. So it just playing some random music, and a lot of it is terrible. I should have sorted out my playlist, so I need to change that when I get a chance. And then I tried to make it stop playing my playlist, and it stopped playing, and it wouldn't do that. As soon as you get going, the voice command doesn't work. Brilliant. Anyway, so random thought. I'm riding along going to myself, oh, let's think of a few things. And then weirdly, some random advert popped in my head from years and years and years ago, and I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to do if this happens? And the advert kind of went like this. It's a deodorant sort of body spray advert, and basically there's some guy on the beach sprays his pits, and then women from everywhere come running at him, like every angle, across the sea, through a jungle, they're all running to him, and you're there going to yourself like, wow, what would that be like? Now, I'm a married man, so obviously I've got to be very careful when I spray my armpits with deodorant and all these women come running. But, you know, what if it actually happened? Yeah, so that's my first crazy, lonely thought, and I've not been on the road all that long. Yeah, as you can see, this road is boring, and what else am I going to come up with? Who knows? Anyway, we're still going. Let's get there. Well, let's get there. Let's just get some of the way there before I have to stop and have a wee. So I've almost covered 69 miles. That's 69 miles. So I'm doing well. I've got to admit though, a couple of things. I need a wee. The back of my head's hurting a little bit, so I think I've put my helmet on and then tried to drag it sort of forward a bit so it fits, and pulled a bit of hair up, so it's giving me that kind of bruised feeling. And I'm getting numb sort of fingers. But the worst of this bit, obviously, is like I say, I need a wee. I hate that feeling of needing a wee. So I'm going to have to find the services and stop, and then hopefully that'll be like my almost midway point stop. So yeah, I need a wee. We'll get there.
To a service stop. I was that desperate I actually ran into the services for a pee. It's really noisy here and really busy. Everyone's in a rush and quite rude and arrogant, as you expect. But anyway, I'm stopping now. Having 5 minutes, I'm going to get back on the road. So yeah, at least I made it, at least this far.
So I don't know how much of the services you could hear me or not hear me, but I stopped, I got off, had a proper number, tingly fingers, the usual, skipping around needing a wee. Everybody in the car park seemed to be like special because none of them could seem to pull in or pull out of a space. I ended up parking in a place quite far away. Went in services, managed to get into the toilet, managed to go. I was like, yes, thank goodness for that. I'm back on the road. I've got 80 miles to go now. It's 20 miles, it's saying, at least on this bit of stretch. It started to rain, you know, British weather as we go, sunny all the time. It actually comes down to it in the trip, it starts to rain. But yeah, anyway, I didn't grab another coffee. I am thirsty. I didn't grab another coffee because I was like, I don't want to stop for another wee 20 minutes down the road, because that's typically what I do. I'll have a coffee and I go, oh, I need a wee. So yeah, we're getting going. The rain's getting a little bit more heavier now, actually. So I'm going to put my tunes back on, try and settle into this boring motorway riding, and hopefully the next time I talk to you, we will be in Wales. So yeah, we're getting there. Keep with us. We'll make it. Let's have some chill out time. Here we go. The rain seems to have stopped for a little while, but the most important thing of all, we passed "Welcome to Wales" sign. Welcome to Wales. And the quite funny thing of it is, there's a song that says "Feeling Good." That kicked in because I managed to get my playlist to work. Literally, just when I hit the sign, and it was like, yeah, now I'm feeling good. So I'm getting a little bit more excited now. My smile's starting to appear on my face because it's like, yes, we're actually here. So yeah, let's sort of see how much it picks up, because the roads are picking up, believe it or not. Well, the view's picking up, I should say. It's getting a little bit more mountainy and a bit pretty, and I'm not stuck on that free sort of lane motorway what goes on forever and ever and ever. So yeah, I'm alright now, I'm feeling good. So as soon as we get some even better roads, hopefully if I've got enough juice left in the old camera, I'll get some recording on, and then we'll see what time it is and what we can do and where we can go, because I think we'll be there a little bit earlier than, you know, needed as such for the hotel stroke pub place I'm staying at. So we might even get to explore something. Maybe not, but yes, we're here. Let's roll, baby. So one of the things I love about Wales, and you know when you're pretty much here, because every even little petrol station you pass seems to be a spa shop, and it's spa shop heaven. It's like they invaded Wales. We're going to put every spa in Wales going. But I don't know if you can see in the distance just after past this bridge, but it looks like mountains in the distance. It's just so pretty to see when you've been on a motorway for such a long time. I mean, people probably say it's hills, but I don't care what you think. It's mountains to me, and it's Wales, and it looks awesome. Yeah, this is just, I'm proper starting to chill out, and I've literally, been in Wales now for, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. There's 38 miles to go. That's obviously until the hotel. But I really hope it takes us like some more exciting way soon. I mean, if not, like I said, we can have a little wonder when we're sort of there. I want to find something a little bit fun, something to say that we're here. I know day one's about getting there, but you know, I've got all the time in the world. The one thing is, I don't plan it to be like crazily long. I want to enjoy the ride, and this is the point for me where it starts to become enjoy the ride. So yeah, I'm interested. I'm intrigued to see what we can find. Probably nothing. You'll probably see me sitting in a lay-by somewhere in a minute, trying to find somewhere local for a coffee. But you never know, eh? So I've stopped for a break because my bum is proper numb, and if you could see it, I'm pretty sure it would just basically look like a bench seat, because I feel that numb on my bum. I'm like going, oh, and every time I was in traffic a minute ago, every time I put my feet on the floor, you get that ache down there, and you just go, oh, I need to get off for a minute now. But this is like a random place next to, well, a dual carriageway. What keeps making me sound excited, because it keeps going, you're going down the valley way, but reality of it is that it's not, well, I suppose it is between two valleys, but it's just a dual carriageway, and it's like going on and on. But it's quite pretty, and obviously you can walk around here and do stuff, but I mean, again, it's right next to a main road on a field on a windy day. Not very exciting. But yeah, I'm getting there, and my bum's getting sorer, but I am getting there, so I just hope we can come off of this road and find something a little bit more fun. But anyway, I'm going to have 5 minutes here and then head back on the road. Worst case scenario is I'm going to have to come off and, well, the thing about the TomTom is, so it reckons, is that you can select like windy route version and stuff like that, so I might end up having to aim to do that, because it's boring, isn't it? I'm in Wales, just show me something exciting, not more grey tarmac. But hey, we're here, it's fun. Anyway, so we finally got off of the rubbish roads. Look at this absolutely stunning view. Let's put on this camera as well, so you guys can experience a little bit of it. Now, my only issue is, currently, I've got 33 miles left of fuel, and it's took me off, obviously, now into this beautiful part. I didn't pass the petrol station probably the last, I don't know, 15, 20 miles. So I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be one where I'm actually staying or heading too wide. Otherwise, it might end up being a head back the way I've just come to try and find a petrol station in town. But 33 miles, that's alright, I've got a little while to go. I've got 2 bars of fuel currently left on the old gasometer. Fuel light is on though. But yeah, look at this, it's absolutely stunning. At last, this is Wales, this is what I came for. I came for stunning roads. Look at it, it's beautiful.
Okay, so let's give you a bit of an update. My Senna camera's completely dead now, like it's like all built-in comms. That died on the prettiest part of the entire trip. It's where all the nice bends were, we're going down this valley, and it just died. And I was like, oh no, you can't even see the best bit of the journey, it's all pretty much motorway, is all you've seen. And then obviously I was really low on fuel, so I came close to where this pub is, in this what looks like a really busy town, and like obviously a miner's town because all the houses are close together. And I was like, I'm gonna have to find some fuel, so I just carried on what I thought was the main road. I don't know if it was the centre I went through, but it was just traffic. I got down to about 5 miles left in the on the guess sort of gauge, and then they're going, oh Christ, I'm going to be in trouble now. What am I going to do? But thankfully I came across this really little petrol station, so I filled up the bike, and then I was like, I'm going to go for a ride. So I rode again for what seems to be nothing but towns in traffic, going, oh, I'm really bored, my bum hurts, I'm really thirsty. Then eventually I've come out and just found this kind of like hilly, mountainy road again. So I've gone for a bit of a ride. I've got off the bike. This is just a lay-by, what looks like walking and stuff like that. But basically I'm going to stop here, have 10-15 minutes. Then I'm just going to head to the up to the hotel pub thing, and hopefully be somewhere secure to park my bike and go and get a beer, because I'm exhausted. So we'll have a look when we get there, but that's your update, and hopefully you're not too bored. But you know, day one we've got to get there, haven't we? So we've done well, I think, and we've done a lot of miles as well, a lot of excess miles, because I've had to go around all these city roads just trying to find a petrol station. But hey, tomorrow's the big adventure day. So anyway, let's go and check out the hotel. Thank you. Hi, so we've made it. This is the hotel, and it's £40 a night, so you can't expect a lot really, can you, for that? But from the outside it kind of looks a little bit run down, but also nice, but very local. This is the room, and I would say the room looks nice, it's well furnished and everything else. To have a look around, here we go. Now, I've had a shower because I was absolutely stinking by the time I got here, because it was obviously hot, cold, wet, hot, cold, wet. So I do feel a lot more refreshed, a lot more chilled out. I'm definitely knackered though. You know, it was one of those long rides. The first to try and get anywhere is just motorway and boredom, and it aches and pains from one position, and you feel like you just want to get off all the time. But I'm just glad I've made it now, and tomorrow is obviously the first day of the proper adventure. We get to do some of these roads, and I hope, you know, Adventure Rider stands up to the name of their routes, and the routes is as amazing as it looks, because that's what I'm here for. But this is the time where I need to go and get a beer, so we'll do a quick bed test. yeah, let's go get a beer. So, let's do a bit of a summary, because I've been here now for, I don't know, a few hours, and my experience was kind of weird. I kind of walked through going like, oh, this place is a bit... But, to sum it up, I've had a beer and a couple of glasses of wine, but when I went, like, literally walked up to the bar and I was like, do you do food? They were like going, oh, I don't know, but go and ask. I was like, okay. But then they came back and they were like, yeah, we'll do food. I was like, brilliant, okay. So I went outside, I had a cigarette and I was having a beer, and then they come out and they were like going, there's no menu, so what do you fancy to eat? I was like going, what's the options? And they were like, what do you want? And she like, do you want steak and chips? And I was like, yeah, no, steaks would be really, really good. So I ordered steak and chips, I shout my beer, I'll be an hour or so before we do food. I was like, yeah, okay, not a problem at all. And then eventually they were like, how do you want your steak being cooked? And so on and so on. So I sat in the bar thinking, I'm a little bit bored, and you know, I'm missing home as you do. And then then they sort of said, oh, your food's ready, and they took me through to this little bit, and it was like an amazing piece of steak and like really good food. So I had a bottle of wine, a steak and a beer. I'd say about 25 quid. What's, you know, not a lot of money really, is it? So I had that and I enjoyed it, and there's a few people that chatted to me, and it was kind of chilled out and relaxed. So impressed, really impressed. I'm going to sit down now, I'm going to put this together, and we'll talk about tomorrow. But that's when the adventure starts, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's look at some seriously cool places. But yeah, we're on a good start. We've made it and we're here. So day one, it was alright, and the food was good, and you know, let's just chill out and relax, and let's find out what tomorrow brings. Take care. See you tomorrow.